Hi, Angela here. It's another day at level 1 here in the evac center of Sweet Home, Oregon. Welcome to Dogwood Paper Arts and for keeping me company again today. It's been a couple days since I last filmed. I had everything packed up and ready to go. We're still sitting on level 1 alert. Got worried about my camera being out in the car. So I brought it in and hooked it up. It's ready to actually just yank out and take with me. If we hit that level 2 alert, I'm on my way out of here with this camera, with this microphone right here. I'm taking that with me, and my computer and my printer and my computer screen. And don't forget the keyboard, Angela. Right. So everything else is in the car. My daughter and her husband came yesterday. They, hubby and son-in-law, put sprinklers up on the roof so we can start those when we leave. Hubby won't leave till level 3, but I will leave at a level 2. I will pack up and be out of here with the pets and my computer, and we're getting alarms all the time. Just bear with them. They are loud, they are annoying, and they keep you on your toes. Let me tell you that. No matter how asleep you are, they wake you right up. And I'm glad for it. And I appreciate the state emergency system. It is working wonderfully. It's keeping us well informed. And so I want to give a shout out to all the firemen and police and everybody that is working around the clock to get these fires out, to get the people evacuated from areas that are needing to be evacuated. We've got a big group of guys down here in Sweet Home that are saving livestock. They keep putting out their things on Facebook saying that they'll help get livestock out. They have their trucks gassed up. They have a place to put the animals. So a big shout out to them too. We live in a place that we have a lot of farmers and ranchers, cattle, sheep, chickens, all kinds of things. They will help big farms, little farms, homeowners, whatever you got, they will, with animals and livestock, they'll come and help. They're all good trained drivers for pulling trailers, and they have the trailers and everything. So anyway, really proud of those guys, and really proud of our local police and our expanded police department out there helping with the fires, and any National Guard that have been called up to go to the fires, we appreciate very much too, and are very thankful for everybody, and especially our city firefighters and all those fighting the fires. It's just been incredible. So I'm going to start my timer. The alarms are probably going to sound, just bear with me. So I don't even know if this will get posted. I mean, it's hard to say. It may just be for historical sake, recording of what people go through. So this is the envelope album, and it is made with junk mail envelopes. Now, I was strictly using just junk mail, or junk, my scrap drawer to do this. And it was driving me crazy. It was a big pile of scraps over here. I got tired of it. It was frustrating going through it. So I grabbed a couple of Tim Holtz packets and pulled that out and started using that paper. I'm still using some scraps, but I'm loving the Tim Holtz paper. So when I last left off, we were making tabs. And I was trying to show you how to make these, and I kept messing up. So I'm going to show it to you. I am right now. So, oh, we also have this side we decorated. And we put a giant one of these tab pullers here. Not a tadpole, a tab puller. So we have lots to do in this. So, you know, it's always a surprise what you have left to do. There's so much. But let's make a couple of these. You know, if you don't, I got this in the mail today. It's a whale tail. But I was doing this because I did not have a whale tail. And frankly, I followed Martha's rules. I followed Rachel's, oh, not rules, directions. And I still can't make one. I'm terrible at it. So I came up with my own idea. And that is using a tab punch to make my own, or a tag punch to make my own tabs. So what I did was, let's just make one here. Let's make it at 2.5 inches. What I did was I just stuck this, this in the, this thing. Let's go here. Okay, and it calls for a 2.5 inch, but so you can see you don't need to cut your paper down first. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. Let's see. No, I'm not. Before I cut this, I'm going to put a card on it that I might want to put into my thing over there. Let's say we have this and we really want to put this in this ace in our journal because it has this beautiful fruit on it. So I'm going to get rid of some of that shiny gray. Now I couldn't get rid of all my shine by just covering it with clear gesso, but I don't want to get all that out today because I might have to just drop everything and run. So I'm going to rub that in a little bit. It'll probably wipe off quite a bit because of the glossiness of the card. But let's say I want to put it here and I need it to go this way, you know. So we could make it go this way, but that would be more like a tag. And we want it to be like a pull tab for pulling this card out. You know, like this out of our, whatchamacallit. And I think I will use, let me shake this up. I haven't been in here for a few days, so. Oh, I will tell you. I hear you saying, what's the name of that punch? Okay, I'll tell you. Hang on. This first, that second. So I'm going to put this right there. So I have just a little space around it. It looks like I should have pushed it that way. I didn't. I'm just, it's okay. I like it this way. I'm leaving it. I don't have time today to worry about that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around this. If I can find my scissors. Oh dear, I did not pack them. I didn't pack anything in there other than the camera. I am just, you know, I know you think of 100 million things. that you need. And you realize you can't take it all with you. But my daughter did come. And her husband, I was telling you this. And she got all the family pictures, except for I have another 3 big boxes that were my mom and dad's, and I don't have all of those, but I do have a lot of those documented on external hard drives. So that's why I'm not worried about it. I do have albums I made for my mom and dad, stuff like that. So anyway, you can't take it all with you, unfortunately. Boy, Angela, you did get that crooked. Look at that. Who does that? I do. I meant it to be that way. No, I didn't. The reason this is not punching correctly is because I have glue in here. And it really doesn't like it. Okay. So you do this, but you do it straight, like, not like this. That's really bad, isn't it? Really bad. Oh well, it's okay. Let's just go with the flow today and just think about this is the process of how you do it to make a pull tab. If you have a deep pocket, or you don't have a tab that you like to put on it, this is one that would work really well. Now you could back this with plain paper if you wanted, and you could decorate around up here. You could put an eyelet in here and then run your string into it right here. So there's that one. Now these are, what are these? You buy them at Hobby Lobby. What are they called? I don't know. Let me look. Where's the other one? Hang on. Just a minute and I'll tell you. They are you know, it doesn't say what their brand name is. I'm sorry, I can't tell you. It's a scallop tag punch, and I bought a banner punch and another tag punch. HCP 806. So I really cannot tell you. I'm sorry. I didn't save all the instructions for them. So sorry. Maybe I can look it up really quick. Oh no. Let's see. Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby. Don't know. Let me go there. HobbyLobby.com. I might have put in Hibby Lobby. I did. Hibby. It's a Hibby Lobby. H-O. Okay. Okay. So scallop punch. Go. They are by Scallop Punch. Scrapbook and paper crafts, punches, paper studio. So it's the paper studio. And right now, my friends at Hobby Lobby, it's on sale for $10. Save yourself some money there. My goodness, that's a good deal. Okay. So, let's try that again. And let's put it on something different. Let's see, what do we need? We need something that we might want to put in a side pocket, like one of these. And which pocket do we have? Well, we have this one. We might want to have a tab that would allow us to push that in there into that spot. Or this one. There we go, that would work. Or we might want drove my brother. Okay, he took a drive. Okay, he took a drive to see if he could see any fire. I feel safe. I think we're safe enough, you know, for now, that we're going to be okay. Now maybe I would want to put something like this in there. No, that kind of cuts the poor guy's head off. I should have cut out a flower. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. I am so unprepared. Ah, what the heck. It's fun to be unprepared. So what we need is a different piece of paper. That must be what's bugging me. We're going to use the back of this one. Okay. So this time we're going to make one of our own. From A to Z. Or Z to A if you like. You decide. Forwards, backwards, upside downwards. Save those. Okay, so I need something that is about this size. I want this side of the words to be going the correct way. What are we going to put in here? Well, let's just see what we have. This is, I know, really weird. You're going to get experiments from me. That is for certain. There will be nothing less than experiments here. Hang on. Going to cut this one off. And then we're going to cut it off over there. Now, before I glue anything, I'm going to round these tabs. I like the bottom tabs to be rather rounded. And we want our tab. I think we'll use this one this time because it's going to come out over this a little bit. This can actually get cut down to about there, and that's not going to be a problem. So we want our punch to be right about And here is about the middle. So this time I'm doing a better job of it. Now I want, this is shoved all, the envelope shoved all the way in. So I know that I want my picture of my mushroom to be right between those dots. Let's see if they went through. Here's one. Here's one. You have to kind of catch them in the light. There's a dot and there's a dot. So I know between these 4 dots, because I use my pencil to make a little tiny dot through the plastic and onto here. I know I want to put something right there that is different. And with it is going to be my mushroom. So it's not going to go on this bright paper, obviously. Let's see if I have one here that'll work. Well, now this one has some words, and it also has this piece of coffee dyed paper on it. Can actually be bigger, can't it? Yes, it should be bigger. So we have that to there and this there. And then we'll go, I don't know, maybe right about here. Let me cut that off. Actually, let's tear it. Tear ruler. Who took the tear ruler? We're going to tear that one. And then we're going to tear it down over here somewhere. And then let's take just a tiny bit off the bottom there. It's okay if it's torn like that, that's no big deal. And then it looks like we have enough space to tear a little bit off the back, just so that when we put it on here, it has the torn look. Well, all we're doing is installing a picture on that page so that you have something to look at if you don't want to pull the paper out. You can write on the paper right here. Sorry if I'm out of view. And then if you don't want to write on the paper, you can just leave it a big tag like this. Big tab. Tag, tab. Tab, tag. Whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. You can name it Georgie Porgy if you want to. So you might say, why is she crafting and not escaping? Well, because once I leave, I can't come back. I have to stay away. So I won't be able to travel home and check on my hubby, and my dog will be with me, but you know, I'll just be worried about him. So I'm here waiting to, I know after level 2 hits, I won't want to come back until we're free of the fires, so it's just the way it is. Sometimes if you give this a little pressure, if there's a little tiny knot inside of the nib there, you can, it'll just push right out. Don't give it a giant squeeze because you might pop the lid off and then, I'm sorry, we'd all be laughing because you'd have glue splutted everywhere. As you would laugh at me and I would probably laugh too. So, what we want to do now is find the mushroom that will work on here. Not that one. No. Something a bit different. Oh, I love the toadstools. Look at that. And that one is just a little different one. This one is a little different one too. Let's put it there. Ooh, I love that. That's very cool. Ooh, look at that. That one's cool. I think what we'll do is make a bit of a combination. Now, these are supposed to be a sticker. And it was until I let it go. I don't have any fingernails, so, well, I do. I mean, look, I do have some fingernails. So that really wasn't quite the truth. It's just a matter of, please, little mushroom, won't you help me? You know what I need? I don't know if this will work, but it always worked well with the other things I used. That are stuck. Look at that. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to put this one right here. And I think maybe might put this one right in here. This might work. And it did. I don't know why it works. It just seems to. Because if you're in the forest, you might see mushrooms, and they will be not just by themselves, they will be with other mushrooms. I guess they sort of like it that way. And I think we'll put that one there. It's just fun. It's just a mushroom collage. Let's go up here. Make sure you throw those little plasticky things away. Now, it's not intended to see all the mushrooms. This was the mushroom that I had intended for view. So now I know I'm good there, and what I need now is a flutterby. Those look pretty large, don't they? Wonder if there's some small ones in there. Ah, perfect. perfect. That one will do. I don't have time to be indecisive really, because I might have to leave you. And I so like being here. Oops, sorry, I know that's loud, and I do apologize. Okay, then rub these guys in good so they don't come off. Now, we know that we want this to be about center. So we have a hole in here, if we can see our line. Let me make that just a little bit darker. It's going to get hole punched anyway. It is right there. So you kind of have to, the die on the punch is not completely squared up here on mine. So you do want to kind of line this up so that, you know, it's going to be even on both sides. Now, hopefully I did that okay. Okay, so now we have this. Now it looks like I might have to cut through a mushroom here. I'm going to cut this down on my board over here, just so I can kind of see where it's at. No, I'm going to miss that mushroom. And then I'm going to cut it off on the other side. Oh, I needed to cut that a little bit deeper. So I'm going to bring it back up. I'm going to cut that one little bit off there. Oh yeah, cut right through my tab. Okay, so there we go. We're that far. Let me gather these guys up and put them over here. Please don't get burnt. Take care of yourselves and all your other little mushrooms. Okay. Now, we've gotten that far. You get too dark of a marker on there, they don't want to come off, but it will be covered up. We have this on the other side. We probably don't really want to cover that up too much, do we? So let's put some writing stuff in here. Well, I really need to strengthen that back up a little bit. I know. Take it clear over to here. I'm just going to go like that. And I'm just going to go like this. And we'll go like this. it's not straight. I really, at this point I'm just not too concerned about perfection at all. What I want is this to be here, about like this, so that I can strengthen up this little piece, and I could make it into a pocket there, or a tab if I want. But is that what I want to say? A tab? A tuck spot. Sorry. I wanted to say tuck spot. Okay. So it's kind of a little hidden tuck spot there. Now, let's go back over here. Disturb the little mushroom guys. And let's see, what kind of a tab do we want? A giant one, because this is a big tag. We are going to put it on this side, because this side is the picture side. Now you could do it either way. Hope I'm on camera. There we go. I still have a little, I'm still off a little bit right there. Let's see, it looks like I used a 1/2 inch corner rounder on this one. So I am going to round those corners. Now, I need like a place for words right there. Oh, look at this nice paper. We could use it. I kind of want it to take up more spot. So, what I'm going to do is tear it off just a little bit up here. And then I'm going to tear it right about there. Going to take a little off this side. And going to take some off of that side. Now we're going to ink that up. Don't have to worry about that side. Going to glue this down. If I had time, I would use the glue stick, but it's just so messy, and I'm trying not to get my hands all messy in case I have to leave. Don't want to have to get glue off my camera lens. Going to set this on here like this. And then I have this space over here that still could use some writing space, but I want it to be longer than that. So I'm going to save this for another project. And I'm going to tear this off. I'm not going to save the little tiny strips. Or that little tiny piece. Okay, we have that and that. So So we need it to be right to here. And about here, I suppose. And the other one was right about here, I believe. There we go. Now we have some nice writing spots on here, don't we? Okay. Okay, so there we go. So we have a lot of nice writing spots there. We also have right here a little text spot that we can put some little things. Maybe we'd like to take this piece of paper that we have left over and give them something to write on. So we'll just put it like this. And there we go. Now they have a nice place to write and a nice picture to look at through their journal. I'm going to use this again. This is what I've been using on this one. I'm going to double it over like this. And I'm going to cut it off right about there. Now, I always put glue under mine. It's easy enough to wipe off anything that oozes out. And then I always put glue right under that knot where it comes together. Then I pull it, wipe any excess off with just dabbing it, and there we go. A tab puller, not a tag. Well, it could be a tag, but when I tuck it in here, baby, it's going to be a tab puller. What am I? Oh, that's in my way. My big note's in the way. Well, so we have to tuck that in a little bit before we try shoving it in there. And there you go. So it's not going to interfere with our closure at all, because it's going to come around up here somewhere. Haven't decided yet. I have to put the journal in, so it may be that I'm going to put the closure through two little holes here that aren't there yet. And I'll run it through as a tie on the outside. But it'll probably run in behind the journal. So, what do you think? It may work, it may not. So you could put some little things on the back here too. I'm not going to, just because I like looking at all these different advertisement type things. I think the paper's so pretty by Tim Holtz. And there we go. Okay, so there's that one. And with about 13 minutes left, we have time to make a tag. We put Sue tags over here. So let's put a matching tag over here. We did the scallop ones, so let's do some more. Now when I did those, I just kind of lined it up on the edges here so that it was just punching the side of the paper. And now I'm going to cut it off here and here. And you could, if you wanted a 2.5 inch, this has marks on it, 2.5, 2, and 1.5. Thanks for the update. Okay. So, let me take that little piece off. And that little piece. It looks like I could cut that one off slightly more on that side. I don't want to take off very much, lest it be crooked. There we go. So let's put another I used big ones on those. Maybe I should use a big one on this one too. Let's use a gun. I used a gunmetal right there. Okay, going to use a gunmetal on this one. I'm not putting anything on the backs of these. I'm just sort of making them. Now this can go here. That's a pretty good place for it, because then we could put a few extra things with it. I don't think I put, yeah, oh, I did put paper on the back. Well, I'm not on this one. If you want to put paper on it, you can. I mean, we could put a little writing place on it, I suppose, like that. Where's that one I had torn? Let's just do that. You can see I'm not inking all the time. I just don't know how long I get to stay. 10 minutes and 40 seconds because the timer's going to go off and our hour will be up. So we'll put that right there. Be a nice little writing spot on the tag, won't it? And I have a mushroom that escaped over here, so let's put these guys right down here. Now you guys go back to the mushroom farm. You too, and you. This one says it wants to be used. It's coming off of its plastic. Okay, we'll use you. You're kind of tiny. Let's put it right up here. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, why are mushrooms so much fun? Those are really hard to tell where they're at, which direction they're going. I think we'll do this one. Sorry guys, I'm not going to use you right yet. I can't find my pokey thingy. It's probably underneath something. Probably underneath this book. Just find an inch. I was trying to be quiet with it. Lots of people packing up there today. A lot of people left last night. I would have left myself, but I know I can't. I don't think that I'm going to be allowed to come in and out, because I don't know, what they're doing out there. And once if the highway gets blocked, if we hit a level 3, I ripped this guy, you guys. A mushroom could be broken. I hate for it to be broken, but it is. So let's just rough it up a little bit here. Give it a little bit of glue. Sorry about that, little mushroom. I suppose a mushroom could have a problem in the forest and get stepped on. And it could get broken. And perhaps it would get healed like this. So, back to our stuff here. News on. Talking about the fire. Minutes before I have to say goodbye. But I'll probably make another video just for fun. And I'll just play these however they come out. Just post them. There'll be extras to go with whatever I've got coming out. Okay, there we go. Now we need a little tag in there of some kind, don't we? I know, that is a tag. Yep, it's a very cool tag too. I like it. And we have some of this and some of this. So let's see what we can make to go in there. We can make a journaling tag. Or a journaling card, excuse me. I think I want to go this way. Let me see. There, look at that. Very nice, huh? I love big journaling cards like this. I think it's so fun. Big card, I'm going to use the 1/2 inch rounder on it. And do we want to put this on the back or not? Why not? That one, not big enough. Here's one by Caroline's or Coralane's or Caroline. I don't remember. And I don't have time to look today, or I would. It's beautiful paper. She did a great job on it. We're going to tear a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Okay. So when that goes off, that's my time that says my time is up. Oh no, this one was done by, well, it could still been done by her. But I got it in a Happy Mail order. Wasn't Happy Mail, but it was a Happy Mail order. And I kind of like the dark edges on it a little bit. Oh, good deal. Everything does not have to be the same. Yeah, I had something that was wrapped up in one of these, is what it was. Oh, I am going to have to tear it. Well, we'll just tear it then, won't we? There we go. Perfect enough. These are junk journals. We don't have to worry about any kind of perfection. I'm not going to corner them. Just want to put it down on there. I would have done the drawing today, but my laptop is gone. It's somewhere else now. And I sent it away already. So I don't have it here to show you who wins on the YouTube picker. Okay. We now have a nice little journaling card. And we can journal on it. Anything you want to write on there, you could. Perhaps, well, we did say that this person was going somewhere. So, I have them on there backwards. I do that all the time, so they don't catch up on the plastic when you put them back in. Challenge the world, chatterbox. A strange and wonderful place. Well, if you were a traveler. Here's exploring. Here's learning to fly. Let's do that one. It's a nice big tall one. A nice big fat one. We want to go this way or that way? Maybe we'll go both. There's learning to fly. Here's diary of events. And oh, who knows? A little bit of everything is perfect. Let's put it right here. Oh, there's a little tiny fly. And oh, my grateful heart. That's a good one. It goes down here. In case you want to write this way. And Maybe the storyteller. There we go. Good enough for me. Okay, let's put that up there. So this gives us a nice journaling card in here. And it is time for me to let you go. So I am going to do that. And I'm going to go listen to the news and see what's up out there. I can tell you that it's very yellow outside. They tell me that is the color orange. But I can tell you with my artist eyes, it's more like this. It's more of a yellow, or more like this in here. My daughter said maybe it's sepia. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't know. I think Mother Nature's mad. Darn it, I think she's really mad. So we're going to have to do something to cheer Mother Nature up. Anyway, I will see you again next time, and we'll work a little more in this book. We have this pocket and this pocket. We need to put something else in there. We have this pocket in here, which is way back here. So we have that one to do. And we have this pocket and this one. And, is that it? We did that. We did this one. We have two in there. We did these two. So yes, we have this one. We did this one. We have this one and this one. And the journal. And I'll show you how I'm going to punch those holes. Not right now, but next time. So, see you next time. Thanks for all your prayers, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging with me while I crafted away during this level 1 evacuation, pre-evacuation notice. And I will talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, everybody. Bye. We will do the drawing soon. Promise.